almost a foot in the ass every
It's
time.
a foot in the ass.
Every time.
I'm talking about
you're going to get all your shit stolen from you. You're going to get beat up. It's like real bad about
it's
that.
real.
About the whole stealing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real. And I feel like snitching kind of like worse because you sacrificing somebody. But like stealing, that's worse too though. But
because stealing is the worst kind. Because if you steal, you a lie, you cheat, you know what I'm saying. You do all type of stuff when it comes to stealing.
Yeah, yes sir. Yes sir. Boy, it feel good to be out here.
Yeah, man, it feel good, man. It's a different world from what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm definitely adjusting to everything that's going on out here in the new world.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like 20 years ago or 21 years ago or anything like that. But, I'm getting used to it, man. And really, I'm not free. As you can see, I got my little house arrest. See right here? I got my little house arrest thing on right here. So I ain't even out of the system yet. I'll just go to work and come home. You know what I'm saying? Like both of these dudes right here, you know what I'm saying? Kevin. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Drake, I got history with both of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been out the country with Kevin. We was kids and we done been all out the country, been state to state and all type of stuff. And I ain't talking about no illegal stuff. I'm talking about back when we was kids. So I got a long history with him. I'm talking about damn near 35, 40 year history. Then Drake, he was in his situation. You know what I'm saying? And I was right there with him when he caught his situation. You know what I'm saying? And he went and did his time like a man and got out like a G. And we done been out of town on some illegal shit. That's back in the day, you know what I'm saying? We done locked, a whole city down before, just keeping it real.
So I got a question.
Catching Greyhound.
Yes, sir. I got a question for you, right? What type of advice and information you got for these kids in the streets these days, man? I heard you mention something earlier, man. I had like 50 rocks on, man. I didn't even know that was a life sentence.
Yeah, man. This here what I got for the younger generation, man, for these young niggas, man. Like I was telling Campbell, whenever I come, I ain't coming with no Bible talking to no nigga, man, because young niggas don't receive that well. I come like a real nigga, man, like the nigga that I am. Like, nigga, them crackers will bust your motherfucking head, man. And what I meant by the 50 rocks is nigga don't know that nigga walking around with 50 grams or more and a pistol. Nigga, that's a life sentence. That's a life motherfucking sentence that a nigga could have got back then, back in the 80s, back in the 90s. Just 50 grams or more get you a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? That gun that you got, if you got the right priors, you ain't even got to get caught with the gun. I mean, you ain't got to get caught using the gun. You can just get caught with it. But if you got the right priors like me, that's called an ACCA, Armed Career Criminal Act. That's 15 to life, meaning that the least you can get is 15 years for that. So all you young ass niggas out here with them Dracos and FNNs, whatever the hell y'all got going on, the automatic handguns and all that, y'all don't know, man, y'all walking around with a life sentence, man. You don't even have to use it. Just be a young nigga that done been to the state joint a couple of times, or you ain't got to been to prison. You could just done have some convictions. They gonna bust your head, man. They gonna bust your head. The least you can get, like I said, the least you know how in the state joint, you can talk your way down. Okay, I'm facing 30, and when it's all over with, Red got 7 years. Well, the Fed don't work like that. The Fed work by minimum mandatories and they work by guidelines. And with them guideline type situations, if you go in there and you facing 15 to life, that's what you facing. And the only thing that can get you under that is if you tell, like most of y'all will, or you can get a safety valve. And a safety valve is when you ain't never been in trouble and they can break the minimum mandatory. But if your ass got a record, like I say, mine don't stretch long, man. From robberies to home evasions, to guns, to drugs, to assaults, to everything that you can think of. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit a long time. Not bragging. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I call it doing the goofy.
Doing the goofy?
Doing the goofy.
Yeah, because nobody ain't trying to die in prison.
No, nobody ain't trying to die in prison. Niggas going back and forth to prison, definitely at an older age. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing cool about going to jail. It used to be cool back in the days, I ain't gonna lie. You go to jail at 15 and get out when you're 17 and you done got your little size on you and shit. That be some cool shit. But now that shit ain't cool, man. So for all you young niggas out there, man, with them motherfucking guns, man, and shooting and killing and doing what you're doing, hey, man, you know, I understand the game, but at the same time, I know when you get in there that it's a different story for you. You're gonna be lost, bro. When you ain't never in your life been on a plane, nigga, and you ain't never in your life been out of state, and them white folks put you on an Air Con or something like that and ship your ass to California, ship your ass to Kentucky or Oklahoma or something like that to a strange place around strange niggas that you never even heard of, or you don't understand their language, you don't know how they talk. It's a different experience, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely an eye-opener. I was just in there so long. That's like right now, you can take me to any state you want to, And I was around so many niggas from New Orleans to LA to New York till I understand the lingo. So I can move a little bit better than y'all can move, because y'all ain't used to nothing but Florida niggas. Niggas with big wicks in their head and a mouthful of gold teeth. But if they put you in these environments, you ain't gonna even know what to look for. Like right now, y'all probably think DC is a nice place. Take your ass up there. Take your ass up there to DC. Take your ass to New Orleans or something like that right there. You know, so.
Let them know about the press game in prison when you get inside.
Basically it's like, you know, you got the sheep, you know what I'm saying, the sheeps and the wolves. Whenever you talking about, you know what I'm saying, whenever you in there. You got to be, and see, it ain't really the toughest, because you can be a nigga that get beat up every day as long as you a man. And that's what it stands for. It ain't about you, how many niggas you done beat or how good your hands is. It's you a man. And most niggas can't withstand a motherfucking sting of 21 years or 25 years in prison or 30 years, because it does have an effect. And I ain't gonna sit up here and talk like I was the toughest nigga in the world or anything like that, but I'm definitely well respected. You ain't gonna hear now niggas say no faggot shit about me, no rat shit about me, or I owe a nigga. I didn't leave prison owing a nigga nothing. You know what I'm saying? I came out on my feet. And I did have my ups and downs of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm human. You know, I got a mama, I got kids and shit like that, but I never let it overtake me. You know, I like to always feel like I was in control of the situation. You know, that's why I'm standing here right now, you know, free and healthy and clean, and my mind clear and everything.
When you left Coleman Pen, what they sent you after that?
When I went to Coleman Pen, they sent me to Big Sandy.
And that's when you said it was totally different.
Yes, it was something that I had never seen before. Even though I had been in the pen all them years, and I understood the rules of the pen, when you went there, it was a whole totally different situation. You know, whenever I went there and I saw all the, it was just bad, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just telling my partner just now, shout out to Jonathan Gaines Bird, out of Polk County. My partner got 60 years. He been in 22 years. That's my partner. I talk to him every day. He ain't no bad dude or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He robbed a bank, but he ain't hurt nobody or nothing like that. And you hit my nigga with 60 years. He waiting on the stacking case right now.
Free that
you know?
boy.
Yeah, definitely. Free Bird, a.k.a. Jonathan Gaines. He got a book coming out. I got to get my phone. He gonna be mad at me. I told him about this, but I got my phone. He texted to me. He got 3 books he done wrote so far. You know what I'm saying? When you get it, you know, when you get in situations like that,
And this is Big Sandy.
Yes, I know what it feel like to feel hopeless, bro. Like to just wake up every day. You got to think, in 2003 and 2002, I'm waking up with a 2026 date, and I'm going into my 30s, waking up with that date every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I did it my way. I wasn't gonna sit up in there. I went through the stages of drinking in prison, smoking weed. I ain't never been on drugs in my life. You know what I'm saying? But just smoking, drinking, just trying to medicate it. Trying to medicate the pain that I was going through at that time. But when you talking about a place like Big Sandy, man, like I say, y'all can Google that place, man. It's real bad, man. It ain't no place, like I say, it ain't no, that's almost like a hell on earth, bro. It's almost like a hell on earth to go through that. And I know dudes that had done been there for 5 and 10 years. I used to be looking at them niggas like, how the fuck y'all been here that long? Man, when I got there, I went straight to the case, man, and say, listen, man. And I didn't do it out of fear, because like I said, I was in my environment. I'm used to being around killers and motherfucking street niggas and shit like that. I just didn't want to be stuck on that mountain with them white people and this fuckery that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Every day. Who the fuck wants to wash their ass when they take a shower, bro? Who wants to just walk around every day with a knife on them? Because most of the conviction rates around there, dudes getting in trouble, is dudes that get caught with knives. That's like a big thing around them. That's like, it ain't the drugs, it ain't too much the assaults. And listen, it's so bad that to right now, I can stab you up and you on life support. You in the hospital. But my 30 days up, but I'm back on the compound, but you still in the hospital. Cause a loser always leave. Meaning if I assault you, you gonna be the one to leave if I got the best hand to you, but I'm gonna be the one to stay. So yeah, like I said, man, I don't want a nigga to sit up here, and I don't want to sound institutionalized to none of y'all, man. And I don't want to glamorize prison, because it ain't where it's at, man. It's out here with your family. It's out here with your kids. It's out here building generational wealth. You know, it's like getting past that. We just came up in like a different time. I didn't motherfucking look up to Michael Jordan coming up. I looked up the niggas at the Honky Tonk, man. I looked up the Walt. I looked up the Cameo. You know what I'm saying? I looked up the niggas that had Benzes and, you know, niggas that grew up like pimps and hoes and players and all that. Those was my idols growing up. We used to look at motherfucking rap niggas in the 80s like for real, like lames, for real. We eventually caught on to that and started looking up to them niggas. But back then, it was like, man, fuck that nigga rap. Nigga, I'm out here in these streets for real, you know.
So what made Big Sandy so different than Coleman Penn?
I guess the structure. I guess the structure of Big Sandy and how they was running it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, every day it's an assault going on. Put it like this, I was in the pen for 16 years, and it's the God's honest truth. I can't even remember how many people I have seen die in them 16 years. So you know it was a lot if I can't even remember the number of that I've seen. Not that I've only just heard such and such got hit in J Block. Okay, I heard a lot of them, but I'm talking about what I seen with my own eyes. I can't remember because that's how much, you know what I'm saying, because that's how many assaults it is.
People with release, they ain't making it home.
Say it again?
People with release, they ain't making it home.
No, yeah, they ain't. You know, you got some dudes that came in there with a little bit of time, end up assaulting people, and ain't gonna never get out. Because at the end of the day, it's all about self-preservation. I ain't gonna let nobody hurt me, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I wasn't walking around there on some tough guy shit and nothing like that, but, you know, I handled my business when it was time to handle my business, man.
Had to adapt to your
I
environment.
always tried to be, always tried to piece things out, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we can be diplomatic about things and talk about it, you know what I'm saying, that's what I tried to do. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason,